myself, Spider, and we have Darkside with us for today. This is our delayed, not delayed, Rick and Morty Quiddcast.
Right. Or last week. The portal sent us back to last week, and now we're doing our.
We're in last week, but this is what happens. If you're a Rick and Morty fan, you could appreciate, though they don't do time travel, right? They had a whole episode about they don't do time travel.
I have no idea. You would know. They already sold out. Good grief.
They sell out in like a minute.
Out in like a minute. That's insane.
Well, they're 50 cents.
Insane. I know. It's really good price. Gosh, I've like missed every drop.
I bought the first one. You can go buy them though. Look, they're on the aftermarket for like 30 cents.
I know. The buttons are cute.
I'm still bummed
that's a really
not
good idea.
So
Thank you.
The fact it's top 12 for a snowman is not. I'm bummed.
Yeah,
Bummed
what
out.
was my idea? Just out as an idea in October, at the end of October. Excited that they did it. And then when I found out it was top 12, I was like, oh no, I don't know if I want everybody to be able to get a snowman. That was the whole point. It was super fun, but I didn't get anywhere.
Hey Hovey, since I see you're in the chat, go tell everybody to get in here. Go route
get in here.
I should probably post on Twitter too.
We should.
Yeah, there we go.
We should make
like I'm waiting for the numbers to increase.
Out of our snowman parts.
Did you say shelfie?
Yeah, we're gonna have to build these because we don't have shelfies.
I want to make
but it's
shelfies out of our. Oh,
I will disconnect you from this. Talking about shelfies.
Hey, complete strangers at one time at a Comic-Con and go, hello, have you ever heard of Quid? You should definitely come and join us. Here's a sticker. To me.
Here's a sticker. Have this sticker.
Here's a sticker.
Why can I not find it?
All right. So, yeah, we don't really have any plan. We're probably going to talk Rick and Morty. One of the reasons that I wanted to have Darkside on here is most people know, for those of us,
that's me.
For those who are unaware, he is the only person on Quid who completed Rick and Morty in totality.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
I'm close, but nobody wants.
It was one heck of a and stand up here on this completion list with me. If we get completion list eventually.
Yeah, and I don't know.
You have to finish. I thought you were close. Are you not close?
I have to finish that stupid snowfall set. That, yeah.
You're missing,
I don't want to talk about it. I'm missing 4 items. Yeah, I'm missing 4 items. The cool thing is, though, I have 2 Jerry's, and essentially what that means is Jerry's a 4 card count item. There's only 4 in circulation, and I have 2 of them.
Yeah, huh?
But I don't know if I'll ever get the other ones because most of the people that I've found that have them aren't selling, or they haven't been over a year and a half.
Oh wow! Yeah, I love my Rick and Morty scent. And there were 4,500 individual items in Rick. There's only 82 awards.
Really?
Yeah, that's it. There's only 82 awards, and in comparison, another channel that I've 45-31.
Oh, because it doesn't count until it's finished. Some bullshit.
Oh, Was that
Sorry,
what it
I'm
is?
bitter.
82?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. 'Cause I have 4519, but I'm missing a set, so I don't know if it, because I know with ranks it doesn't count unless you have the set completed.
Yeah. For example, horrors, which I'm also the only one to complete horrors, and it's 1,256 items in horrors, but out of the 2 awards.
Damn. I forgot about that. That's right. You're the only person. Well, you're obviously the only person because there's a 101. that destroys some of the completion stuff. And you lost to that. I know you were lucky to get that.
I was furious.
Don't do 101s. 101s
The
aren't
guy
fun.
was like, $12,000 gauntlet just sold. This one of one's worth at least $5,000. And then a day later, he listed it for $3,000.
I would have found a way to get you that award. I mean, I found the actual NFT. I'm like, I'll just give you the damn NFT.
Yeah. That was really fun, because everybody, I don't want to say they're just trying to go for something. It's always fun to jump in and help. That's part of the collector. Everybody, including your friends, help collect. So there's something really neat about that. And
did we lose him?
I'm sorry.
I was like,
I think I logged out for a second. Everybody was so supportive and helpful, and other people messaged the guy and was like, "Hey, this." After a long negotiation period, I was lucky enough to put me at horrors, and then you guys scared the hell out of me when you said horror.
We told you there's gonna be another one. We're like, they're doing a 101 in horrors.
Thank you. No, I mean, I love the 101 because I have it. But so I'm glad the 101s and the 3 of 3s. It's fun to be able to have it accessible to a lot of people.
Yeah, I would buy some of those, but I don't want to spend that much money on them. I love horrors. Horrors is a great channel, and I wish they would do more. And I don't know how I feel about them involving them. Like in Halloween, they had them separate from the horrors channel. That's cool, but then at the same time, you're like, oh, I want that in there. Like I want that separate. Like for Christmas, we have the identity stuff in there, and there's a part of me I'm like, I want that in the actual channel though. Like because I don't want the other sets. I just want identity.
Yeah. Exactly. They're for just horror stuff. I didn't care about the rest of it.
They put them in different channels but I think that it would be really cool to keep them in the same channel. I'd like that better. But
based in its own channel now.
Yeah, so it's weird because like if you get top rank, if you take the 13 days of Halloween and it's 12 days of Christmas, being top rank in that, like it's fun, but to me it's not the same because it's mixed brands and people may not like every set in there. Like myself, there's only 3 things I'll probably buy out of there. I like other stuff, but identity is gonna cost me a lot of money, and I really like Revolt. And those are probably the 3 I'll collect. I've seen online, in case anybody's unaware, if you go online, you can actually see if the set is published, you can click into the set and view the pack price. So the pack prices, they're reasonable because I think identity is like $4 for 3 or something like that, which I'm okay paying that. Like if they're a dollar a piece, that doesn't seem like a bad deal to me.
Yeah.
But I also I spent way too much
Well-
on identity.
to the snowman set that's going on right now. You know, what a cool price to jump in, one pack, if you're interested in that aspect of it. You know, and even though you can go over there in the aftermarket, you know, you're paying at 50 cents, but you're also paying, it's like maybe not this set, but you could get a shiny sometimes, or you could be pulling, you know, 1, 2s, and 3s low, or a chance at something spectacular, you know, and that's fun. 50 cents is like the perfect go around and have fun.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm bummed about Snowman. I wish it was I wish it was a higher card count. I wish it was a higher card count. I wish it was an all who complete award,
Right.
because
Exactly.
it's the holidays.
Yeah, it would have been just a really fun
I agree.
just so everybody could collect it and not have to spend a ton, but then also at the end, because it's just a fun holiday. So
It's still fun. I would be up till 3 a.m. chasing it. So
well, I guess that's fun then. No doubt. I went to Snowman though, but I don't want to try to brand it all.
Just wait. I mean, I'm not trying to speak ill of anybody, but if you wait until after the chase, you can usually pick the awards up fairly cheap. Because what it is, and it's something a lot of us, I would say this, especially like veteran users, we love the chase. A lot of people just love to chase. They don't even have to like the content. They just love opening packs and maybe hitting a low, and maybe they,
Right.
oh shit, I accidentally qualified. I didn't mean to qualify. This is awesome. This guy, this guy's talking to himself. What are you doing? He puts, who is that handsome guest tonight, bro? I read that and then I had to see who it was from. I can see you. You turned around and clearly typed.
we have fun. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, it's the 12 days so far. Like you said, Revolt looks great. I'm really excited. Stuff. I let that happen to other people. I think there's a great lineup coming up, and I'm really excited for the Nyan Cat fun.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. I like them. I honestly like those. I like those more because of Hayden, because of pop culture. Like after talking to him, and the passion behind like why he created them, and how he like him and his dad worked together to create this, and like how great of a relationship he has with his dad, and like creating these brands. Like that made me love the brand even more. I'm like, oh, I have to buy these. Like I have to support this guy. I like this stuff. Even the Christmas posters are not bad. I think the lineup's great. It's just I know identity is going to cost me a lot, and I need those awards.
Now,
I want them,
and those awards
with Revolt, but I look
worth it to you
for identity 100%.
It's all right. Oh, I'm sorry. I think there was some lag, but
I think you're cutting out a lot, my computer or yours, but I see you talking, but coming every once in a while, so I'm not sure if anyone else is getting it or if it's just me.
I'll try it again. I was worth as much to EHM because it's in a different channel than.
Yeah, they're still worth. I mean, they're not worth as much because they're not going to hurt my rank. But I do wish they were in my channel. They're not as important, but they are important. Like I still want to have them just because I like the brand, but it's not as important where I'm like, oh, I need the one print award. It's if I get the award, I get the award. If not, I'll buy it. Because that's what I do with Revolt. Is I didn't want. I don't know what. So Revolt, I really liked for 13 Days of Halloween. It was a great set, most of those to me, they were references to like metal bands, which was really cool because there's a Motorhead reference to me. I think there's a Pantera reference. There's a Slayer reference.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. And I'm like, I'm going to buy these, but I'm going to wait till the chases because there's a big chase going on. And I'm pretty close to having every single one print that's been pulled except one card. And I've paid people have been really great at helping me. Shout out to Vito. He actually reached out to help me get some deals. And I've paid $10 to $15 for one prints, which is awesome. And I bought the award on the aftermarket.
That's
great.
So
I paid less. But again, it goes down to people really do just like to chase, and they that's the benefit I see. Or 75%.
Like those recollects we did, the Summer Sun or the Fun in the Sun, the
cinema
mask collecting Quidd Labs. When I waited on those first couple and didn't chase them during the whole recollect, and I went and tried to find them on the aftermarket, and they were all ridiculously high. Having to do all the recollects, so I didn't spend a ton to try to get them afterwards. So I think sometimes people collect, not always, just to chase.
I'm too lazy to post.
That's what happens.
That's why I don't. Then I'll chase and I'm like, eh.
I'm a digital hoarder. I collect them all to keep forever.
I do too. 100%. I will never sell.
I didn't realize how bad it was.
These Rick and Morty dupes, but I just don't. I'd rather keep them. I'm
We didn't lose him, did we? I don't know if he's frozen.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, you got to hoard everything. That's how I am with Identity. There was one of them I didn't realize because once the Cyber Monday sale hit and there were dollar packs, I was just opening because I missed all the shinies. And I started hitting shinies and I'm like, cool. And then I looked at how many I had. I'm like, I have 60 sets. Like, why do I have 60 sets? I don't want to list them.
Wow.
I don't want to list any of them.
It's been like that.
You guys
ridiculous.
Have tried to hoard all of them.
I know JRG's probably the closest, though. I've seen the movie posters they did, those black and white movie posters for Black Friday, which to me, I'm sorry to say, was a big disappointment because that should have been best of, and there's let's just be lazy. But I digress.
Yeah, I tried.
Somebody in there has the bulk of them. Somebody sold out a whole. I think it was Medina sold out a whole set.
Wow.
Did they finally sell out altogether? I haven't even looked.
No, they haven't because there's still one prints. JRG was hunting them the last time I talked to him. He was trying to pull some of the one prints. He'll get bored and go and throw $50, $60 at it to see if he can hit one. I think he's actually hit a couple.
Well, of course he has. It's JRG.
Yeah.
I used to just board, open up some coin packs, see if I can pull any low.
That's what a lot of people used to do. Is they would go and they would mine packs. They would find packs that were old, that were coin packs. I'm just gonna sit here and open packs.
You mean you and JR? Just people.
Hey, listen now. He would be like, hey, there's a one print in there, and I'm like, okay. I'm bored.
Let's just sit here for every single sticker in the set or card in the set all the time.
There's a Trek
oh my
set.
Gosh, that's all that.
And you know me, I'm not a big Trek collector, but there's a Trek set. I have 150 of the top cards somehow. I'm like, that's cool. Because that was the set we'd go to of it's there's one prints in there. It's almost like the ship. How much was that? It was 100,000 coins a pull, and everybody's the one print's still in there. The one print's still in there. I'm like, I don't know. What if it's in a banned account? And I sat there and spent I think it was 1.2 million coins, and I hit it, And everybody's like, this is bullshit. I'm like, you want to buy it? $500. I'm not selling it.
That's the problem I have with like value, because all the stuff I've got, especially older, it was so hard to get it, and you spent so much time and so much money. You traded for it, and it took forever. So now everything has all this weird value to me that it's there for newer people coming in. They don't see the value, and that I'm like, you know what? I took like 3 hours and like so much energy, and this card is just sentimental now. Card though, not just one, it's like all of them are that way. So then I just want to charge like 5 times more than what the market actually is worth at this point, because it's like, but it means so much to me.
Be careful with that.
Sure.
That happened to Crazy TJK. He had listed something for like $100. He's like, this ain't gonna sell. I really like this item. I just want to throw it up. I doubt it will sell. And it sold. And he's like, man. I'm like, you're not gonna get another one because yours was the only one on the market.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why I don't put anything out there.
I ain't listening to anything. Or I'll put it. The only time I've sold something that I didn't really want to is when somebody gave me an offer that was literally like, I can't refuse that. $200.
I've had some good offers, but I'm sorry, I can't let go. I only have 4. I can't sell any. 4 is not many. At least 100, then I'll consider it. 100.
I won't even burn stuff. There's stuff I refuse to burn. I have thousands of Rick and Morty dupes that I refuse to burn. There's no reason for me to burn that stuff. From the chase, all the dupes from that 9cc chase, I refuse to burn because I remember I look at them like, I spent a lot more than I want to admit on that chase.
Exactly.
I found it. I
tried to burn some of those. There was like, it just wouldn't load to let me burn that much. So I burned a top 9s from horrors. Some of them I had 5, 5, every one of them without any problem. I know there was a couple sets I had like 2,200 of each. There's no way I'm going to use 2,200 of those.
Well, and they wouldn't sell. Like that's the thing. That's the difficult. Like with horrors, I burnt a lot of the stuff because I used to try to get in those top. They were top 9s or top 13s or whatever they were. I think they were mostly
day. There was a top 13. It felt like.
Oh man.
It did. That was like, yeah, it was really exhausting. How many top 13s, top 9s, top 3? It was just like every day.
It was back to back.
Thing we just buy the set for fun.
We don't do that anymore.
No, we should.
I'm telling you, they should make a set
but we
that
still have
is
fun.
All who complete, and then that's what we do.
We still have fun, but it'd be really cool to just have a set for fun. So a set to collect for fun. That'd be cool.
Let's do it. We'll start little signs and everything. Sets just for fun.
There's a way to have fun. We can create, and this is an idea, Spider. This is something we could try to do just to have fun. We can create a scavenger hunt, where like you and I could pick items, or we could have a few people. We could take the old ambassadors that still have the tag, and even those who didn't. We can create a scavenger hunt of like our favorite items, that are at least on market. You can't be like, oh yeah, my favorite item is this like 1cc. Nobody's gonna be able to get it, but you find like your favorite items that are on the market, and then just have people like, oh, can you find like my favorite item? You give hints, and just to have fun like in the Discord.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, the newsfeed's back. You can even put it out there like scavenger hunt, and then we drop hints in like a storyboard or something.
Well, I don't see why we couldn't. That would be fun. What's the award?
Fun is the award.
The award?
Okay. The award is just
my
fun.
undying love.
Well, you plan that.
An autograph. I'll autograph something. I'll send a sticker. I have like some stickers and stuff.
Yep. You'll have to autograph that.
Is there a way, like I just seen in the chat, is there a way to see how many shinies one person owns that you know of? Are we able to pull that?
I don't think we don't really have a way to just by person.
I'm curious how many Miss D-Law has, because that is like she always has tried to. She had mentioned in there that she usually goes and tries to get all the shinies in a set. If anybody's ever noticed, so when there's a new set drops, she usually tries to get every single one that's been released for the set. And then if she can't, she tries to find if she could swap, or she'll go and mine. She'll try to mine sets too for shinies. Because I remember there was one set that the odds were terrible. It just felt so terrible for shinies, and like none of them had been pulled. But I'm just curious, like if there's a way to tell who has the most. If I had to guess, I'd say it's her, because she's like the most active shiny collector that I know.
Miss D-Law is a beast when it comes to some of these sets.
Well, I think that maybe if I bugged him, I could get him to write some sort of code to like pull that info up, because obviously the shiny put it in the system, so I'm sure there's some way for him to search it, but I'm not sure like work that would be for him or how complicated it would be.
I think that's just from what I've seen, I assume that's a heavy lift, because that would be a huge query, because you figure Rick and Morty had shinies. Marvel has all their shinies. Game of Thrones had shinies, and he'd have to literally query every brand to look for shiny items with names, and then that's a heavy lift.
I would think so.
We'll just say it's Miss D-Law, and she gets the shiny crown.
Yeah, that's it. We just dubbed her Shiny Queen.
That's her new nickname, Miss D-Law, the Shiny Queen.
Shiny Queen.
So she should be Miss instead of Miss D-Law.
I was going through
today. That title.
And Disney and top fives and seeing how many people complete, and Miss D-Law is a B, 5 and 9. Even some of the threes, she is just a beast stick.
The question I just saw, you can't really know how many shinies are in installation of a drop because it's not set up as a defaulted number. Like we don't have 50 shinies or 10 shinies, 30. We don't in a number for shinies. It's basically a percentage drawn out of the regular, so that it calculates it like that. Like we don't put it in like as a 100 count or a 10 count. It's like we set up the odds like however much chance, whatever chance, and then people get lucky and pull them. So we won't know how many even get pulled until after it sells out, and we can see how many there were. So I mean, we can tell you like the amount of shinies in that, but there's no way to really say left because we don't have that number. It's just not set up like that.
Yeah, that's one of the somebody asked Michael that once upon a time, and he truly number. It would be cool if it indicated though. That one asked, because I mean maybe this is something that they can indicate, and I know it's something that's been asked is to indicate in sales and even in circulation if an item's shiny, just like with the little symbol by it. 180 unique shinies for Quid Labs alone. Holy shit!
Wow.
That's a lot. Damn, I'm sitting here like I have like 10. How many do I have?
I have
to see.
See,
now you got me curious.
They pushed out a bunch of them.
I'm missing a couple for
fun.
identity,
like
so I'm bummed out. they're better now than they were. At least they're not just highlights. When Marvel did all those things where it's like, here's a shiny and it's like a pink highlight, you're like, what is this shit? Like, nobody wanted that. It was lazy. But what they've been doing now, like, they're great. Like, they're different art, or they have their animated like identity. All of the ones that are shiny, the splatter effects, yeah. That's the first time I seen the fog. That was a shiny in horrors. That was the first time I think they actually did fog. It was a shiny effect, and then they started making the fog sets.
Yeah. What was the first black and white set?
Probably the Trek set, right?
That wasn't.
Or do you mean cards?
Any of them initially, right?
The first black and white that
was probably Black Friday, the first 2016 Black Friday.
Yeah, like Black Hole.
Black and white. Yeah.
Okay. What was the break?
I remember
black and white set.
Black top of the top, you know.
It was Black Hole. And there was a couple different sets. We had like Files and Buffy and Star Trek and Family
Guy. Family Guy had their set.
Yeah.
That's how they should have done it, though. Like that's
Family
to me, that's
Guy.
the way it should have been done. Is those are like best of the Black Label sets.
I know, that's what well,
Black.
That was the original idea with the cinema, was picking all the cool items out of, I think it was 9 maybe, out of all those sets we had, and so I remember that was posters from each one and putting it into a new set, making it the Black Friday set. That was the original.
That would have been the best thing to do, in my opinion. But what do I know? What do you know, Spider? You know,
Well,
we don't.
I said the same thing.
You know, we just have to.
I even called and was like, "Here, use these. This is the sets we can do." And I had gotten all crazy. I was fixated at one point, and I was like going through all these things, and I was like, "Let's use this border, 3D with this little shell." I mean, I had like written up some big thing of just the top, and then like I had told you, I thought it'd be really cool to take the shinies from Identity in a Black Friday set as well, just the shinies, because those were so cool. I had quite a few ideas, and it kind of got changed at the last thing. It just went the way it went.
The shinies would have been cool, and I wouldn't have even been mad if they did something like that. Or like there's an effect I like. I just didn't like that it was on the AI. They should have done the spotlight effect on some of the movie posters as shinies. I like that effect. That's a perfect thing for movie posters. But then they used it in the AI crap that were just like fake. Nobody wanted that.
I thought that they were doing that on one of the sets, and I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I recommended that on one of the Summer at the Cinema set. Because like one of the wasn't there like another? I don't remember now, but I thought there was another set that came out.
They did that they did a set like that, but it took all the awards that people earned, and so then it basically
so it was the fake
worthless.
ones. Gotcha, yeah, because that's what they did for that drop. But I knew them up with. I was like, let's do the spotlight. So that was kind of my idea, because I spend like 2 days going through our entire back history or collection on Quid and write up every one of the sub brands, overlays, and the recolors and everything we had ever done, and put it into a doc so that the newer people coming in could see things done in the past with like samples and what they were.
The set for are you? I think Hobie's talking about Musashi, the Ninja Cat.
Yeah,
I do still kind of feel bad about that, because I know Phoenix hit a 21 print. Like, he pulled his own 21 print, and then it got burned. Like,
nice.
A one or like 1 or 2 ones, and was like, Max, they're just gonna get burnt up.
Yeah. That's where, I mean, we've given ideas. I know we've said you can do a mint to save, so they get the smart contract ready. They do an event like that. It's like, hey, if you want to save it, you have to mint it, because then it kind of helps push that minting idea. Though people may not be a fan of that, it at least would be a way to save your item.
From whatever the chase is for it, because that was off chain.
I think you broke up. I see you talking and moving.
That's what I said.
I'll just
talking.
I'll just use more
Sign
hand
language, maybe?
gestures. ASL the whole thing. This would be fun.
Yeah, except I can't read that. Somebody have to interpret. I would need somebody. I would have to have somebody to do the opposite and be like, okay, what are they saying?
Could you imagine we have to have a fourth person on here now just to translate?
Just to translate what you're saying. Like, okay, what are you saying?
Just to translate.
How do they,
And they have to translate it back.
how do they translate lag? They would have to like translate the lag. Lagging.
I thought the translate lag was the little clock that spins in the middle of the screen.
That would be perfect. They could just do that the whole time. Every time they're lagging, just spinning. All right.
The latest season of Rick and Morty.
What, Rick and Morty? Hey, did you finish watching the I think they did the last episode of the season on Sunday. Did you watch it?
I'm
what?
I'm all
I see his mouth
except for that last
moving.
I know. Oh, he left. He's like, I'm gonna leave and come back.
No.
No, he's
all
back.
right.
Oh,
Yeah, I
he's
left
back.
to come back to see if that would help spark anything.
I can hear you.
No.
Right now,
Okay,
anyway.
cool. But I'm caught up till then. Just with the holidays and orders, dedicate my attention to it. But I have high hopes for it, and I'm ready for.
I'm ready for the next season for sure. They did good this
Up on
season. I'll give them that. Of course, I'm caught up on it. What do you think?
Of course.
I know you would be. I know you. See,
There's a couple
I'm
things I'm
excited
not
because
caught up on.
the
But...
Adult Swim. Morty, they had a special called the Yule Log, and apparently it's done by cooks. So I think it's on HBO now. I'm really as I am for Rick and Morty. I think Yule Log is going to be pretty exciting. If
I'm a fan. Too Many Cooks. I don't think I've ever actually watched that.
Oh, it's the best 11 minutes of internet footage you will ever see. The best. It's Too Many Cooks. Don't runs of Rick and Morty.
You put it above Rick and Morty? What the hell is wrong with you?
Too Many Cooks. If Quid had Too Many Cooks.
Somebody's drinking. I heard that.
That's me.
Uh-oh.
The lag's driving me to drink. What can I say?
Some
Just a sir, but it's a can, so pop it.
No. You're not as cool as Tim. Tim just on stream was just like casually drinking a beer. That was
If I drink, be like unconscious within an hour, or just be asleep for the rest of the night. Puts me to sleep.
I don't
So-
drink. really.
Speaking of stuff that
Well, that's why I don't drink.
went on Quid, the ideal IP that you would just go nuts to chase over.
If I took Rick and Morty away, like you're talking about a new IP?
If Quid was to say, "Hey, you get to choose the next IP," what would you choose?
I would say Rick and Morty, but I don't want that stress. Because I'm a man of the community. Because I'm somebody who really cares about stuff the community's asked for, Supernatural. 100%.
Say that when he asked
Okay.
me. My answer.
Too bad. Well, no, see, that's what I mean, though. We've talked about it. Transcat's talked about Sponge. Damn good. Nickelodeon's my answer.
Oh, right.
Nickelodeon. Not SpongeBob.
I've been pushing for Supernatural since 2016. I was asking for Supernatural.
I believe
because fans are like a cult into themselves, and I've watched every episode probably 3 times. I have Supernatural, so that I would complete freak for that channel. Plus, everybody else is asked for it too. So
the bullshit part of them not doing it is Cryptozoic had that license. They dropped cards, so they probably could have got Supernatural through Cryptozoic at the time when you asked, because they released cards.
Yeah, we also had Outlander for a while. That was another Cryptozoic property.
that was a
Outlander was
really cool. Yeah, that was a cool channel too. I would
collect it.
like 80s horror movies. If we did 80s, I would go broke.
Oh, Freddy, Jason, Michael.
Yeah, the
Leatherface.
all the classics.
That would be so good.
Damn, you could do physical giveaways of the mask. How cool would that be?
I would.
Yeah,
I would be completely really broke, so that I could chase everything, or else I'd just have to give my whole check pay period to buy.
Tell them it's a bonus. Tell them it's a bonus, and you get an award, and then one gets given away because you're doing it, and we're drawing it. Like, I don't know.
Well, you would think, or at least I would, that like 80s horror, not big ones, but like some of the like your lesser known but more cult classics, and things those would be expensive IP to get. Because like right. Like one of my favorites was Night of the Comet, and that's like a not well-known cult classic. So I would think that something like that, you would think it wouldn't be so hard to get, and it wouldn't be super expensive. So there's got to be other, like, Revenge of the Killer Tomatoes, just really cheesy ones.
From outer space.
Right.
It'd be so much fun.
I mean, how fun.
Well, yeah, because you can name all this stuff, and I'll find everything to give away. That would be the award. You do something in app that's Quid Labs related, which would be cool. If it's something they can't get an award, if it's something we don't have an IP for, that's where Quid could probably step in if they have the right designer and design something that's kind of a call to, very similar to Identity. How like it doesn't say their names, but we know who most of these people are. Quid could do something like that with Quid Labs, where like they did in horrors, where they had stuff that referenced to movies, but they build a
Fool's Day, an awesome movie. Sorry.
That you're like, oh, I know from the movie.
That would be great.
I don't know.
That would be.
I
mean, we're seeing a lot of physical
like that
continue.
The Little Shop of Hope would be amazing.
Right.
That'd be so cool.
Well, Lexi said April Fool too.
I'd love some Rob's.
Oh yeah, that one yet, but yeah, there's some good ones there for sure. What was that, 31?
See, that's where they're not using the
perfect
3 from Hell.
I like 31. I think that's what it's called.
31 was so good. Yeah.
I love that. I've watched it so many times. That was my favorite out of all of them.
You see this new Munsters movie?
It was a movie.
Not good.
No,
Yeah.
it was a movie.
But
It's sad that was a Rob Zombie movie. Critters would be good too.
I know.
Children of the
Critters
Corn. Good Children of the Corn set.
You could Stephen
You
King
know
channel.
what good
Jeepers Creepers.
Nah, you know
Oh,
what?
God,
You know
yeah.
what would be two great channels. You could do Twilight Zone, which has been asked for. You can do Tales from the Crypt. Give me the Crypt Keeper.
Yep.
Oh
Tales
man,
from the
that
Darkside
would be
too.
super cool. Yeah.
You could do a whole
Tales
Stephen
from the Hood, like.
you could do a whole Stephen King channel that would just be books and movies. Like you could do. He's had so many movies from his books.
Yeah, I wonder how difficult it is for those IPs though.
Not at all. I don't know anything about the content side as far as getting content, but from what I understand, a little tricky and it can be kind of pricey. But that's why I said I thought that maybe some of these were a little more unknown but had a cult following, super big actors, and they're not like Freddy or Jason. It's kind of a smaller subset of people that loved horror in the 80s. This wouldn't be super pricey, but I don't know. You'd have to figure out
like
who
Sleepaway Camp.
owned the rights to it. Well, yeah, something like that. There's so many classics.
Contact
the
Shout
80s.
Factory. They have a 80s horror movies.
What is it called?
Along with doing the
Shout Factory.
Factory.
Is that what you said?
Shout.
I wonder if it'd be okay. Okay, sorry.
Shout
I wonder
Factory.
if it'd be okay if I just, reached out. I'll just be like, hey,
Do it.
hey, I'm not in charge of this. It'd be fun.
Just blame it on somebody else.
I love that. I would think that would bring in a lot of users because that's
Well,
just really cool.
It's funny you say that because I've sat here and I'm like, I wonder what would happen if I just emailed a brand and was like, hey, would you work with this app?
Exactly.
I mean, what are they going to do? Like, if I bring a brand.
Well, exactly. I would even go so far as to be like anything 80s, like 80s pop culture in general. The toys from the 80s and then other movies like comedies from the 80s. There's so much in the 80s that is like people love it still to this day. And people that are in their early 20s know more about the 80s than lived through the 80s. So it's like, what is going on? It's crazy, but huge following. So, I mean, there's just so much from the 80s that you could do. I mean, things like soundtracks, the songs in movies from the 80s. I mean, there's a lot there.
Sure.
I don't know. I want it all.
Toxic.
Return of the Living Dead. Return of the Living Dead was my favorite for like 3 years when I was about 12.
That's the best one.
It is the best one. It's my absolute favorite.
All over the place. It's weird.
It's great.
Such a good like late.
There's this line with the head that's all damn screwdriver out of my head. I love that movie. I could quote it all. I just literally am. And the Michael Jackson zombies electrocuted in the water.
Yeah, the ones coming out of the water are like still the icons.
Great movie. Absolutely great movie.
Yeah, see,
I love some David
the thing that gets
films.
difficult. The thing that gets difficult is who owns some of these IPs now.
That's I was saying before. I wouldn't know even how, because they get traded. Like the movie, like they go through so many people. I mean, at some point, like even from the 80s, I liked, like you couldn't even get
3 or 4 big companies that just.
Oh, the Goonies would rock. That would be freaking awesome.
Well, so what about failed TV shows? And what I mean, like you remember that '80s show? Did you ever watch that?
No, but it was a spy show, right? It was like
Right.
whatever.
But it was like all
Spin-off.
80s scene people, they all dressed 80s, like get something like that.
That had
Get a show,
Glenn
even like the
Howerton
Napoleon
on it.
Dynamite.
From It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Was that?
It had Glenn Howerton on it. He was Dennis from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia on Quid.
Oh, really? Canceled shows. See, I think canceled shows would be. See that '90s show. Wouldn't that just be all that? So that picture of the '90s, I just picture all that. I picture like Snick, Snick at night.
Ooh, Child's Play. My daughter, when she was a little, like when she was like 4 or 5, loved Child's Play and had a doll that she slept with it. And it was like her favorite thing ever.
Nice.
For like, I think her sixth Christmas or something. She asked for the one like Spencer's had it. It talked and it looked all real, almost like exact replica. That thing so much back then. It cost like a couple $100 for this stupid doll from back.
Oh
way,
wow.
way back then. That was a lot. We got it for her.
The Chucky show's really good. I'm really enjoying it.
Is it? I didn't know. I wasn't too sure about it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
I thought it was gonna be.
Was it Day of the Dead, the TV series?
That one. I don't think I saw Day of the Dead. If there was a TV series.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad.
Seasons, and I feel like I wasted a bunch of time there.
It was pretty good. It's really cheesy, but it was true to the whole 80s. Kind of set up as really cheesy, but it was good in a cheesy way.
They could do
Cheesy's fun.
another IP they could probably work towards that would probably bring in a good amount is American Horror Story.
Would be great. Just the first 3 seasons. That's all we need. We don't need anything after that.
Did not watch that.
I didn't really either. I just know I watched one of them.
First 3 seasons out of the.
A lot of people really, for sure. So,
well, if they did a separate channel per season, it would win. Christmas movies? Die Hard.
Let's all just get together and
National Lampoon's
like email
Vacation.
all these places. Uncle Buck.
That would be great.
That would be so awesome. Home Alone.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh my goodness.
Now, if my life would be complete, because that is my favorite movie of all. Love the Jerk.
That's so cool.
Ever. Spaceballs. That's a good one.
Spaceballs would be a lot of fun.
So we should all go on an emailing.
Phantasm.
Like
that's
free.
a movie.
Maybe if every.
I mean, what could hurt?
These places and get them to come over. Can't hurt anything.
Well, that's where I was watching Laptop Hound stream, and because he does stuff for Out of the Park, and they team up. It's all baseball stuff, and he's kind of cool if Quid were the park, which is all baseball content, to bring that back, like bring that into Quid, which I'm like, that would be awesome. Maybe he can advocate for that. Like, let's just try to get our own damn brands.
Ooh, how about Heathers? That would be great too.
Nice. That would be. I'd love to see like Space Jam. Space Jam
That'd
would
be
be really cool.
Get
I'm
Spawn.
gonna like get off and have to go watch like all these
Oh,
80s movies that I've now just remembered. The Cube and what was
I know podcast
other one?
into the movies down memory lane episode.
oh gosh, ones. Pump Up the Volume. That was the other one I couldn't think of. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Heathers. That was my favorite movie for a year too. I watched the hell out of that. Oh, Real Genius was great. Oh, I forgot about that one. Val Kilmer movie.
Yeah.
I am such a movie.
Weird Science. Yeah, we just need to start emailing
Okay.
people.
Weird Science is cool.
To find out who has the rights to all these things, like all these weird random places.
Imagine if you find out
Yes.
though, it's like one place that has a bunch of these, and they're like, oh yeah, by all means, like we'll do a deal with you guys, $5,000, and we just crowdsource it.
Amazing. I don't
If we can find out costs,
see why
crowdsource
not.
it.
Do that. Why don't we really legitimately do that? Or we could even ask Hayden if it was something that they could do through pop culture.
I mean, they put up a Rolex. I'm pretty sure it'd be okay with it.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, but it's crowdsourcing thing. Michael had brought that up ago about would we be willing to do like one of these Kickstarter type things, as of people to donate for a specific IP that we wanted to go after, but no, we never did it. I mean, it's worth a try. I mean, if we get something,
I'd love to see something like that happen with more Adult Swim stuff. I'd
See it?
love
Give us
Eric.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Space Ghost. Yeah, Aqua Teen Hunger Force and Adult Swim properties. I even have my little Russian nesting doll set with us.
That's what I need to put.
Be a show. Yeah, just get shelves with pops.
let's see that one.
I need a hang stuff.
Reading the comments that people are quoting, Army of Darkness would be flipping off. Bruce Campbell's the man, and I'm Not Black. That
Hail to
was
the king, baby.
that was Neville, and it's like he was born a poor black boy is the line to that movie. It's just classic. The whole movie is awesome. Greatest movie ever. It's after the cans. Stay away from the cans.
So that's gonna be my goal.
Sorry, I totally derailed this entire stream just with movie talk.
No, what you did is you gave us an idea. We're gonna try to find out how much some of these licenses cost. I'll do some digging. And let's try to crowdsource something.
Please do. I'll help in any way I can. I mean, literally, if I can post on Twitter, get other people involved. If we can agree to what we want to go after, I'm more than willing to help any way I can back end.
So one question I have is, damn, I forget his name. So do we talk to him still? I mean, we still have content because one of the things is like he has good connections, and one of the connections he has is to Megadeth. And Megadeth, though, Dave Mustaine he's actually very pro NFT. They've done an album release that was an NFT. Like he's all bringing something like that could open up, even if people don't collect it. People say like, oh shit, like you tried out on Quid, did you guys do pretty good? And even if it's like, yeah, we did pretty good, they paid us reasonably, and more people know our music. Music would be the other thing I try to reach out to a couple labels, because labels could give you access to content too.
I was
Clips from
say that
music
too.
videos and stuff like that. Would that be?
Mm-hmm. And you could go with a bunch of
Or just
classic
album covers.
Right, exactly. And have like little gifts with just little like, say the chorus of a song just in the GIF. You click on it or something. That'd be really cool. We had actually talked about that, doing some olds for a while. There was some mention of it. I think when Sam was here, thinking about trying to get some of that from somebody he had a contact with. Would have been
That's my goal now.
like old, Queen and the Doors and like Kiss, all that older 70s stuff.
Well, and see with those, it's like who owns the rights? Because most musicians sign bad deals to where they actually don't have the rights to their own music.
Yes, they own their own rights because Gene is like a marketing nut, so he has all the rights to all of stuff. So
if we got
way
Kiss,
too much about Kiss.
you would probably fan. Oh, Gene Simmons.
Those guys are still on tour.
I think they've just finalized their. I think went through the last tour just this year. I went to the reunion tour, the very first one.
This long, good for them.
Absolutely, he'll keep marketing, and he's marketing everything. That man is like a mastermind with marketing.
60 or 60s, 70s, and 80s albums covers. That would be awesome.
Be really, really awesome.
We could even do like parodies of album covers.
We
That
could.
would be, with like have the vinyl sticking out of the sleeve and album.
That would work.
Rotate.
What's really is on that document that I said I went nuts on. That idea is on there. There was a Steven Universe set that had the little cover with the little. And I was like, we should do a bunch of records. We could do a whole channel. It could just be vinyl, and you could do different like categories of music for each set. Like country and easy listening and rock and all the different just make-up titles that were kind of like you said, a parody of actual albums. I thought that would be a great idea.
You could do Quark.
We could create a band with the mascots.
Well, yeah. I mean, I even actually came up with titles, and I think what we did, Quark's favorite, like electro music, and then I think it was Fox was easy listening or country jam. And Ruben was hard rock or like thrash.
Thrash. We're gonna
death metal. I had already come up with all these names straight because this is totally I've already gone down this whole road. Now I have to go look because I'm curious to see what names were. Thought they were clever because I'm patting myself.
I remember those etched mirrors. Those are cool. That and the painting stuff that they did at the fair.
Oh yeah, I've still. It was always like Motley Crue. Always got Motley Crue. Skid Row. I had Skid Row.
I think I got Guns N' Roses.
Oh, I think I had a gun.
Sure. It was the Appetite for Destruction album cover.
Nice.
So, how hard does Quidd have a designer who could make something that does like parodies? Because even if I mean, that's somewhere to start. Like, it'd be really cool. Like, you can get away with doing that based on fair use. Like, you're just doing parodies of stuff, and it's like that's how like Redbubble and like a lot of those T-shirt places do it.
We have 1, 2, 3 winners.
Yeah, we should 100%. We should see if they could do parodies. We could find like classic albums back. Okay, parody this to where you know what it is, but we don't put that on or you put it in the title just to kind of give a hint.
I'm taking a picture and sending this to you guys just because it's fun.
I have to pull something up now.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to us.
Or
Yeah, you should see what Miss D-Law said. That'd be fun. A Quid Lab etched mirror set.
That would be really cool.
That's
There you go.
really
I did
cool.
just
that would be fun.
You really did cut all your hair off, didn't you? Like, oh, it's so.
I have a
Hobie said that, and I'm
little-
like, wait, is it gone?
no.
I feel it used to be
No,
longer.
I just shaved most of it because I've gotten lazy.
Hey, that's this.
Used to go
I
down
don't
to my butt
shave.
crack back in the day.
Yeah, that
See, I
was
got-
me, and then
I shave or I look homeless.
There's nothing wrong with that. You can look homeless. You might get some money out of it if you look homeless. Maybe somebody will give you something.
Some
Free food.
Bitcoin, some Bitcoin.
I mean, there's so many ideas that Quid could do. I know this is supposed to be this is like a Rick and Morty type thing, but we've already talked about that. But now I want to make more content. They can do like a t-shirt set, like a
For Rick and Morty
shirt. Imagine if they made something like
content.
they could do parody of Rick and Morty, really. I mean, Rick and Morty parodies everything else.
That's true. That's true.
To attach
Man.
sound to our collectibles.
GPK get garbage pail kids, and they can parody every medium. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wish we could get GPK, but I know Tops ain't gonna let that happen.
I don't think it would be
But
really
I'm-
hard. They would
Collectors
just have to.
Have to what?
They would have to program it on the back end to where it would, I don't know, format it all and figure out how to. I don't think it would be really hard. I think that before, and I think Tim said it wasn't really complicated. It was something.
How much stress would it put on the server though to have sound on an item? I mean, we've had app crashes before. Could you imagine if 100 people going like, I'm gonna look at the same item at the same time?
Yeah, true.
That's my fear. I always try to think of how stressed the service can be just based on lag from drops and everything like that. But tell the designers they need to make the Quid mascots a rock band or something, or their own separate groups. And even if they all look the same, that's fine. You know, just a bunch of quirks and they're an electronic group. Or there's two, and it's like Daft Punk, and you do a Daft Punk theme like electronic set for Quark. You can make Foxy Beat Country, so you can just have a guitar or something, and then Ruben, you just have a bunch of people dressed like Ruben, and then kind of mirrored after like Ghost or Slaughter to Prevail, where they're all wearing masks. So it's like, oh yeah, it's the band. Just change the color of the skeleton or the robe or something, and call it a band, and then do tour shirts. I just want to see like what they could do if they did like tour shirts, 80s tour shirts.
That would be
That would
pretty
be
epic.
really.
See, I should have been in marketing.
So look at my list that I sent you. I already had been on this trying to get people to do these things. So I've been trying. And I'm up back here with all these ideas, trying to get them to do these things.
Quark's Techno Christmas Mix. Done.
Done.
Ruben's Death Metal Holiday
2, please.
favorites. That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot we could do.
Did you know those cards? Did you know those physical cards, when they made them for Steven Universe, they're actually die cut? They look exactly like that.
That
Yeah.
that's cool.
I wish more places did metal cards.
Hopefully. Be careful taking these out. Yeah, look, they're like
I love the
die cut. Die cut. Yeah.
That's really cool.
So they made them like that. They're like small cards, but they're die cut records. Yeah, trust me. When I first opened the physical cards, I'm like, wait a minute, those are real? Like they actually die cut them like that? I thought they were just gonna be cards. I didn't know they would actually be die cut, but the whole set's like that.
Is that Series 1 Steven Universe cards?
Yeah, they only had a Series 1. They never went.
Okay.
Yeah, they never went Series 2. That's why I bought so many. That's essentially right around when Cryptozoic lost the license to Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. That's why the Series 3 for Rick and Morty, that's why they released it the way they did. Because if you remember, for anybody who may not know, so when Cryptozoic lost the license, what they did for Series 3, they had it ready to go, but they couldn't release it. So they sold these packs that were $75, and you got one autograph and 2 sketches for $75. And it could just be crap. But 1 out of every 10, you got a cut piece from the script of like they had like a script from one of the episodes from Rick and Morty, like the official script. Oh, show again? Hold on. I'll pull a different one. It's all my Cryptozoic cards. I'll pull Amethyst. Yeah. This is what it looks like though. For Miss D-Law. It's pretty cool though, because like so it's like die cut like that. Right? And on the back, it actually has like I don't know how well you can see it. It has a track listing. Like it still has like side A, side B. So it's very like it literally has track listing on the back of these. I don't know if they're like that in an app. I actually have never clicked on them to flip them. I always forget there's stuff on the back.
I have to.
But all of those, I mean, all of those, to put in perspective, they released a whole set. Like there's a whole set of these. There's like 9 of them, and they're all die cut. Whenever we do a I say whenever because I know it will happen. Whenever we do like a fan week, which is essentially what the Rick and Morty thing is a fan week where we try to highlight and do recollects. Whenever we get to Steven Universe, I will donate a full set. I have a full set of the base cards that I can give away. There's like 72 base cards that I could donate as a giveaway, physical giveaway.
They could do it here on Quiddcast. We could just do it here.
I could. I mean,
giveaways here because we haven't done any.
Like, these are like the fusion cards they released. I think I might have multiple sets of these too. Because I bought 2 cases of cards because I was chasing. I wanted autographs, and I got the autographs I wanted because I got Rebecca Sugar. So that was worth it. I don't have a lot of the Rick and Morty stuff as far as the things, but like just to show like the stuff in app from a Rick and Morty standpoint. And this is in one of the sets. They made die cut cards too. These are really cool because the way they're die cut. But I know this is an app.
Yeah.
And I think this is on the. I flipped these. I'm pretty sure this is what's on the back of it too.
Did they?
This is series
physical 2 versions of the lightning card. The lightning card.
The closest they did, they didn't have lightnings. The closest they did, and the odds were terrible, or the actual star power. But it's more of a hollow. Like you got one or 2 per case. Like they were ridiculous.
Rick and Morty. Wink.
They made. I mean, a lot of them though. They made. That's why I wish. Imagine the snow, because here's one of the sets that I know we have in there. This is like I think these are the Face the Music. So I know they made a Snowfall set of these or something.
I remember. Did they do a physical poster? I remember trying to find Quid poster in the physical cards. I don't think they had that, or at least not that I saw on the first.
If it was in the first series, because the first series had so many insert sets, and then they were way too big, They did some of the stuff, but not all of it. They had interdimensional cable. There wasn't a lot. They have Beth Knows Best. That was a real
That was
set.
kind of before the Star Powers and the Snowfalls was the poster and where two Grail Quid Rick and Morty items from.
That's the original Rick and Morty. And I was hoping they had that in here, but unless it was a puzzle card, because that's one of the cool things is I know the puzzle is a physical thing too. Like this is one of the back of these are all stickers. These are like the individual stickers. But the back of this, I know we have this on Quid. Like this set, we have this because we have an award for it.
Yeah,
I think it's actually bigger.
that is the award, yeah.
If they had a poster, it might have been one of the puzzles because they did these other ones, like it's part of the same set, but the back is like the poster. Like one, not the poster that we have in Quid, but it's like one of the cards we have in that set. I wish. That's one of the things I was hoping for when I bought them. Like maybe I can get a physical, and it never happened. So let me see. I don't think they had anything. Yeah, they had tattoos and everything like that, and then they had the pop-up cards, which were different. Steven Universe did it smart. They only had a couple, and then
I remember.
If you get to Adventure Time, I mean, they had those were all physical too. Like a lot of those sets, like the Steampunk Fan. I think this is that Steampunk set, so there's like Marceline and everything like that. These came out way before. That's why when I came to Quid, I was like, holy shit, like they have all this Cryptozoic stuff. This is really cool. Yeah. That's part of my collection. And I have other random stuff.
I know I have a physical first edition set and the parallel set. Almost
I didn't
complete.
The parallel sets. Did you finish the inserts though? Those were the worst. Because there was like there's one, there's two, there's like
I don't
5
think I
or
finished
6 different
each
inserts.
Of the sets. Yeah, I think it's for the first series of cards from Cryptozoic, because that was also weird in cards being thrown out there. You know, I just remember buying cases of cards just on Rick and Morty because the show like was out there, but it wasn't the level yet.
For Rick and Morty?
Yeah, cards that came out, it was just crazy.
Yeah, they were cheap too. They were so cheap because I think I bought a couple boxes like $60 or something like that.
For a while, and then they like right now if you try to buy a box, they're outrageous.
They're like $200.
Yeah.
That's the same with Adventure Time. The Adventure Time cards I think came out in 2014 for Cryptozoic, and I bought like 3 boxes because I was trying to chase autographs, obviously, and the sketch cards. I really like the sketch cards. Those boxes are expensive because there's a signed Justin Roiland in there because there's a lemon grab in there. And
oh wow!
It's worth a lot because you figure that's pre-Rick and Morty when he signed those before Rick and Morty. Well, it's not necessarily pre-Rick and Morty, but I think he signed those previously to it blowing up because you figure Rick and Morty, when that come out, 2013, I think, and it wasn't as well known as it is. Like it didn't blow up to me until after they did the couch gag for The Simpsons. After they did the couch gag for The Simpsons is kind of when it went mainstream. At least in my eyes, because I used to try to find stuff in my comic shop. Nobody knew what the hell I was talking about.
Yeah, Adult Swim as a whole kind of did for a few years, quality programming, but then the network itself kind of before their third renaissance of when they struck internet gold with a lot of their stuff, unedited footage of a bear. They started doing the smalls and it blew up, and I think that helped Rick and Morty, and it helped Tuca and Birdie, a lot of that before Warner came in and decided to play the fun police.
Yeah. That's one of the shitty things is when companies come in and they try to change it. I mean, I'm a big Rick and Morty fan. I think it's season there's one season where I'm like, this is not as good as it could have been, and then I like the Pickle Rick episode, but I hate it at the same time.
Sure.
It's funny. I've watched an interview with Justin Roiland, and he never expected the whole Pickle Rick thing to even blow up the way that it did. He's like, and then people were saying Pickle Rick, and then he's seen the videos. He's like, what the hell is wrong with these people? That guy, the infamous McDonald's video where that guy is on the rolling in a circle, talking about Szechuan sauce and Pickle Rick. I'm like, these are your fans. This is not my community. Because after that, I'm like, I'm gonna back up a little bit.
It's still good. I mean, I think this most recent season has been quality.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's also, I think, hard when sometimes they go so kind of lose momentum a little bit when you're waiting a year, 2 years plus. Morty's been on for a long time, and we're only on season 6.
Well, if you want to talk about people who've had to wait for seasons, talk to the people who follow the Venture Brothers. One went for a long time. There's a big old gap.
And then ended unfinished. What a see. Venture Bros on Quid. That would just tap
all day Brock Sampson.
So
shit.
Much fun. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. God, I'd love to see henchman cards. That would be
the Monarch.
So cool.
The Monarch is ridiculous.
Mrs. Doctor Girlfriend, I think would be great. Mysterious Murder Bag. I forgot who his name. He was so cool. I'd love to.
That would be funny. It would be funny to do if they did something like that and they did the Monarch and it is a shiny. They did him as what the hell character was he? That he tried to him and the henchman what the hell was his name?
Morpho.
Yeah, the blue Morpho. That could be a shiny because it would just be funny, stuff like that. Shit, we can make sets all day. See, they need to pay us.
Yeah, you could just do a Brock Sampson set, splatter Brock Sampson in just different poses. You could do endless sets of just that.
Oh yeah, especially the one I like is Take It. He's all crazy and he's like, don't do it. The guy's just shaking his head. He's like, well, I like it. The thing that's funny is I always think of voice actors, like Justin Roiland's really good, but I always think of Patrick Warburton because he sounds exactly the same, but he's so many cool characters. He's Joe and he sounds like kind of boring, but it's the same voice that he uses for Brock, and you're like, that's random.
And it's all the same character that he used in Sign Pan. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's just so good. I love.
Man, Quid could have so much. Hopefully, I mean, one of the things that I know was mentioned, and Aruba mentioned this, and this is, I think, as we're seeing crypto and NFTs kind of fall a little bit, we're going to start seeing the pricing of licenses kind of go back down with them. Because I think that's why some of these brands were charging a premium price for their licenses, because people were trying to make them NFTs. And now that's going back to more what I would call reality, hopefully we can start seeing a decrease in the license price so they can get us some good content.
That's what they were already kind of
Yeah,
talking about, which is why on that yesterday of the council, that's what she was saying, that we're all going back after them again, because I think that has happened, honestly.
Yeah. I'm hopeful.
I think a lot of licenses are just tied up in streaming wars, properties to have exclusive rights to streaming, and that kind of ties certain respects.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, I was hoping at one point in time, because I know Michael says a lot, and he doesn't like to sell anything out of, like, he won't take it out and say, like, no, we can't do that. He's like, anything's possible. And that's what, I mean, not everything's possible, but he's one to say anything's possible. And at one point in time, I'm like, oh, they could get Hulu. And I'm like, well, shit, Disney owns Hulu now. Like, I'm pretty sure they're like the majority shareholder in Hulu. So that makes it more difficult, because I know Disney wants way too much and they're way too involved in everything. Get a Warner Brothers license. Oh, Darkside fell off.
Oh no. He just fell out.
His computer maybe died. I don't know.
Maybe. I had to go plug mine in.
Make our own IP. We have the community essentially has their own. I mean, we've done that before in the past. The IP that was created was the collabs channel that was made by community members. Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
You fell off
We had
for a second.
Yay, I'm back.
We had collabs, which was community, and then we had community submitting sets that were like our ideas for sets. We did the Cup of Joe, the one where they came up with the little mug, like sayings for mugs, and chosen. We've had a couple like that, and still no one has ever guessed what I came up with, because my name is not on it.
Why would it be? That's,
Wouldn't.
you give somebody else an idea, they take it and they take credit. Business 101, right?
It was okay. I told him to submit it, so it was all right. I didn't mind at all. I just think it's funny that no one knows that it was mine.
Has there been thoughts to
I'd
bring
like
back
to see more
collabs? I know we've talked about it.
Base sets in the future. I think they're.
Oh, I think he lagged out.
Talk about it.
I think he lagged out again.
Yeah, he kind of did. I heard part of
He's
what
frozen on this.
he said, but it was kind of cutting in and out. But we've talked about it. There's been mention of it. Some of that idea. So we just goes again.
Yeah,
we just.
I'm back.
Hey. We need to
I
find
have no
the
clue.
bandwidth.
Yeah, but I was trying to say earlier, I would love to see more community-based sets in the future. I think that's a lot of fun. I think it's good activity and retention for people on the Discord. I think, stuff like that's really important.
I agree. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Collabs. I think collabs was just fun all around. Users submit sets and getting to see what they did, their I guess style and like what they created. I had some really cool
I missed
stuff
the mod sets. Those were super cool. Because then you got to know the people that you were dealing with, or you see the people that pop up all the time in the back, and original news feeds. That was super fun, to have a card of a staffer. That's neat.
Oh, that was cool. That was like the one crazy mirror and Superman, where like was it Zod?
Yeah.
Got trapped in the air like that. That's what it looked like. That's what I was thought when I saw it, it looked like they
Yeah,
were trapped
same
in
here.
there. But yeah, that set was really cool. We've never really done another one after. I think anybody in that set still even is with Quid. So
Tim's in there, isn't he?
didn't have a. I'm not sure. I can't.
I think Tim had one.
Tim. He also.
I swear he did. Let me see.
And now I'm going to look too. He had a set collab, so one of the sets was his.
Really? See, I didn't know that. Now I should go. Now I have to. We should go find it. And is he ranked number 1? I hope he's ranked number 1.
I don't think he is. But when this set came out with the employees, I got him a Woody and gave it to him.
Nice.
I can't. My app is just like lagging, really not doing anything.
Well, I would search it on the computer, but we know how that goes. I think Tim does have one. I feel pretty confident that he does.
Yeah, I can't even remember. It's been a long time.
I would say they should do one for they should do a new set like that, but honestly what they should do is pay homage to your OGs. Take your top ranked people from each channel and make a set for them.
Yeah. He's in there. He's right at the end. There's a lot.
You don't have one yet though. That's why they need an updated one.
Yeah. I waited for them when this came out. Wait, is this Al? No. Is this our L? Anyway.
How long were you a mod, Spyder, before you started working there?
I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, I was.
That sounds about right.
I was helping Megan, Quidd-Megan, is in kind of this weird little group with her and a couple of other people, kind of behind the scenes, like ambassadors, what it was called. But we had to help her for a while before the mod program. So Al and Tim are in this.
Is
That's
Bruno or
pretty
no?
cool.
No.
No Bruno? Sad.
James.
Oh.
James. I think maybe James is still there. The same James. So there's 3 people. People out of the set that are still there.
Alter egos. Well, one of the ideas for anybody who missed the last Quiddcast where we had John Doe's and Skip Truth, we were talking about, because one of the things I was gonna try to say is be like, hey, you should make us identity characters. That'd be freaking awesome.
Oh,
and he was talking about they're working on something where you can make your own identity character. So you could submit a photo of yourself and it'd make you an identity character, very similar to how I have like myself as a Rick and Morty character. I think I have myself as a South Park character, like something like that. But he was talking about making alter egos where we're identity characters. So to
That
have
would
where
be
you
a
have
lot
one
of
eye in
fun.
the center of your head. That'd be fun though.
Yeah, that'd be fun. It'd be like Hasbro. Hasbro does that. You do a selfie and it puts you on a Power Ranger or a Star Wars figure.
I've seen those.
Yeah, those are super cool.
So here's all the ideas.
The set in college is called Haunted House. Tim's set.
Haunted House Maker. Do I have that? Probably not. When did it come out? Did you say you don't?
I do. Collabs is finished. They haven't put on any new sets. I have that complete.
Collabs. Let's see.
So look, it was.
I think there's one set in collab. Like I don't have that set. My favorite collab set is where is it at? The Fiendlands. That set is freaking awesome. Made by it's John Doe. That's who made it. But that's one of my favorite collab sets. King Corgi is pretty funny too.
Really cool set. I thought the Psycho Turkeys were fun too.
It's funny. I see these and I always forget. I'm like, oh shit, community members made these.
Yeah, well, just Quidding Around and Quid Scouts are my favorite.
Quid Scouts. I remember Quid Scouts.
Twinkle's set. She did those two. They're like perfect. We would like come up with things to say and design ideas, and on back in the day when she was making that.
I'm disappointed in him. He's not first in his own set.
No.
What a bomb. These arcade games.
Owns it, right?
Shit, if he does. Well, you know, after what he said, like he likes to collect, but he doesn't want to take away from people. It's like, no, people like, oh yeah, he's ninth. So he's not too bad. He's at least top 10.
Well, that's good. That means he's at least got it. Yeah, exactly. At least he owns it.
He even has some stuff listed. Let's get this man some money. Let's see. I'll buy a couple of this. Well, he's like, if I had as much money as you had, I'd be buying all kinds of stuff. It's like, oh, okay. Some of his stuff. Oh, see, now it makes these even cooler to own. If these are, yeah. He has, which I'm gonna buy these. He has the haunted house maker stuff that he owned them, so they're his. So I'll buy all those, and then he'll have a couple of dollars to play around with.
Too late. I bought them all already.
These anyways. You wish. I'm already on his page. I can see what you're doing.
We're getting 12 quid token.
It's funny. He's gonna message me like, "Yo, why'd you buy this random stuff?"
It's not random. That's why I bought it.
Well, it's one of those things like people always talk history. Like Tim created this set, and Tim owned these. Like he's the only owner. So that's kind of cool.
See, that's where the collecting becomes personal and special, because that item has a story to you. You know, it means something to you. Somebody in 3 years from now, if they get into Quid and want to collect that, they're not going to know. They're not going to care. It's not going to matter. But we all have that little bit of a connection because we all breathe that history because we've lived through it all. You know, we've experienced it all. At least since 2016.
See, if you would have never told me that, Spider, I wouldn't have bought. I would have just been like, oh, that's cool. I never read the set. And I'm like, oh, I know this set because I like the witch, the hag. That's like my favorite sticker in that set because it looks funny. Awesome. Well, I think we've had a pretty fun, good cast thing.
Yeah, they just updated.
We lost Darkside a couple times.
Yeah, they just updated the medium. Cares to know.
What do you mean they updated?
I don't know. It looks like it just got it. So
now everybody's eligible for the Snowman Award. Wink, maybe nudge. I don't know.
No. No.
Sad day.
Wishful thinking on my end. That's all.
I'm gonna try this. This may lag me out. No lag.
Oh, this is exciting!
Holy shit!
We're going on an adventure together.
What did they change? After the last set, they upped the amount for Quid token. $12,000 in Quid token. Has that always been there?
No.
That's a lot of tokens.
Jesus Christ.
And I think it's
well,
two
they
people.
took out the
First
random.
and 12th is what it looked like.
It's first and 12th, but they took out the there was random. There was a random, like, you could win $150 in token, and then I think if you were top, it was like $1,000 in token. Maybe the top and 12th, I don't know. That's ridiculous. I wonder if that totals out to what they were going to give away regardless. First or 12th. And then you have to I feel bad for anybody who can't connect their crypto, their MetaMask wallet, though, because I know we have users that have that issue. But, yeah. Oh, there's a Florida
I'm sure they'll just end up...
Darkside. See that? There's a Florida cat for you.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
As long as I'm not collecting it in the rain with no power, I'll be totally fine.
Yeah, let's hope you have power.
Yeah, no more hurricanes. I had to explain. Oh my goodness, what a nightmare that was! Trying to explain to everybody. It's a digital collecting app. I have to use my hotspot to download my digital cards. What? There's a state of emergency going on. Yes, it's an emergency if I don't collect these items.
You're like, no, but it's Florida cat.
Yeah. I mean, I own Florida cats. I have cats. I'm in Florida. I mean, I gotta have them. Okay, this is a bunch of fun stuff. I'm still not 100% sure about that drop on Christmas Day.
I won't buy those. I probably won't even be around for the drop. The 24th or the 25th.
I'm gonna try, and then we got Festivus on the 23rd for all you Seinfeld fans out there. Everybody get your aluminum poles set up.
Oh, let's see. I'm just trying to read through here. 12 grand. Well, just keep in mind that that's tokens.
12,000
so
US dollar or 12,000 tokens.
$12,000 worth of token.
Tokens. Okay. Wow.
And the token's worth
Wow.
like 3 cents. That's a lot of token.
That's a lot of token. I know I have token from that arcade game.
That's a lot.
That was a lot of fun seeing familiar usernames pop up.
Oh yeah, I seen you on that list. I was hoping everybody won a G-Bot.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got a
I
G-Bot. I had to purchase it, but I got a G-Bot.
Yeah, we were all like, "This is a scam," and I'm like, "Oh shit, I won one." I didn't know you had to go check it out.
I loved that. Yeah, I still play that. I still play that app. I'm a solitaire master.
Oh, all right. Spider, you have anything else you want to say tonight?
No, I was reading. That's why I kind of went away. I was trying to catch up with the whole Medium article, but it's a lot more in depth now. It's a lot, I think, explain what was happening, so y'all can see that, and it's pretty cool. Anything else? I mean, some of these drops I didn't even know we were having, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, these will be at Revolt. This
Florida
I might
Cat.
go for Florida Cat.
Florida Cat.
What are the holidays? I don't think I've even seen those. I need to... What about set or channel? I mean, it's not in a channel besides
Wouldn't it
12 days, obviously. But
that's not Quid-Lit that does the stamps, right? What channel does the stamps?
I think it's Gift Shop, maybe? Is it Gift Shop?
Gift Shop.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just
There they
curious
are.
to see what it is.
Those are cool. Those are like vintage stamps.
I'll do those.
Those look
That's
neat.
great.
I like them.
And now everything from the 12 days, that's also mintable as well, isn't it?
It has that girl on his lap.
What?
I like it. This may lag me. Oh, look. Yeah, under mistletoe.
Oh, well, almost looked like for a minute, but
That's what I thought at
I
first.
hope
I
Florida
thought
Cat
it
gets
was
picked
a
up.
fox,
That would be
and I'm
great.
like, yo.
what happened there? I had one that was like Ruben and Santa with Foxy on his lap. That would have been cute.
Yeah, at least there's a Foxy set though. That should make people happy.
True.
Yeah, more Quid mashups, please.
The Foxy set is just with like a cool shattered like ice type thing going on over it. So always good. Any shots I'm usually happy.
Yeah, these look fun. I like that crack. The cracked. All right. Next week, I don't know what we have going on. I'm pretty sure people are collecting a lot of these. I do want to have we'll have Darkside back on again because Comic-Con. I want to talk about the Comic-Con experience. A fun episode. Or you can jump on Laptop Hounds. Spread the love because he's really good.
Spread the love all the way, man.
Streams.
Yeah,
so that would be kind of cool.
Some really quality videos.
Oh, yeah, it's 100 times better than mine.
Laptop over here.
These are just made with love and passion. That's all.
Yeah, it's I bullshit it, so I just kind of wing it. Laptop and I have talked about that.
Works.
Like, if he comes over here and then I go over on his, but I know we'd have to. We may have to change the time, because of the time zone he's in, and I don't know if he's available at the time when we do this, or if he's hosting because he does his out of the park stream because he's on Twitch.
Yeah.
So he does that stream, and he has a decent following. He has like 80, 90 people who usually tune into his streams.
Nice.
When he does that stuff, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, well, we'll have to talk to him. I'll talk to him and say that he should reach out to you because I think he would probably be pretty good about being able to talk Comic-Con with. And like I said, I like to spread the love.
Yeah. Again, I can't thank you all enough for having me on tonight. It truly has been a wonderful honor. I have loved Quid and the community behind it for such a long time that I'm glad I'm able to share my enthusiasm and excitement with everybody. Thank you again for including me tonight.
Yeah, man. Not a problem.
Thank you for coming.
Awesome. Well,
It was fun.
We will be here next week.
Yep. And you're in
8
the
o'clock
meantime,
Eastern.
you're going to get on
I always
that
have to remember.
sourcing thing. We're going to get on that too.
Yep.
Meantime.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to start poaching
Oh, I am.
licenses, and we're going to start doing community curated stuff.
We've got
I'm
a
gonna
whole
try
plan.
to see if I can find somebody I know. Because I'm gonna talk to there's the comic shop here. I'm gonna see if he knows anybody. But we'll see. Even if we get an artist, I'll have to talk to Spider about what they typically offer artists or if they offer anything.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a shared split of like, hey, whatever you get in sales, I want X amount of like a percentage of. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. We can try to crowdsource something. But yeah, we'll be back next week. We might have another guest. I don't know. Well, depends on what the theme is. Maybe we talk Christmas.
Same Quid time, same Quid place. For some reason, I thought that sounded fun because what was it? Batman? Was it
Batman.
Yeah.
Adam West's Batman.
That's what you should start saying along with the Quiddy thing.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know if you watched the Darkside, but the sign off is I call everybody.
I have seen every episode.
That's how we end it. It's funny because we're stupid for being here sometimes. You spend all this money and then you have nothing to show for it.
Well, I hope everybody has a great night, and thank you, the community, for watching and tuning in tonight and watching the replays and whatnot. I appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
I do too. Appreciate all you guys. I for sure do. The only reason I am still here is because of this.
Same.
It's the best one around.
Same eye hole man time. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, that's
Same
a little too
Quid
much.
time saying. That's too much.
Try and do things, you know. It's on the
Yeah.
SL.
Oh yeah, of
Always
course.
have to do that.
I even did that with John Doe's. I said at the end, I'm like, whatever.
Why not?
What are you gonna say? But awesome. We'll see you guys next week. Later, Quidiots.